Welcome to the Pagan Playground, week 10 of 2017's YouTube Pagan Challenge. How did the universe begin? Will it end, and does it have a purpose? Interesting follow-up to last week's question. Does any human being actually have an answer to this? Nobody knows, whether you believe the Big Bang Theory or what I like to think of as the colossal space kablooey. And if you like Calvin and Hobbes, you know the reference. I think it's much more appropriate, the colossal space kablooey. But then too, it depends. Like the Egyptians had, I think the god was Atum, who was the self-creator, who created the primordial mound to which everything else was created. It all depends on your culture, your personal views, you know, whether you veer towards science, towards, we'll call it mysticism, but you know, it's not a question I have the answer to. There's a theory where I don't know if it's sort of the acceptable term now, where it's a multiverse. It's not just us, which kind of makes sense. I mean, there's more than one planet, there's more than one solar system, there's multiples of everything, and there's only like one universe. And it was, they call it the brain, short for membrane, and every time a brain and a brain touch, like two separate universes touch, like picture universes sort of like Men in Black as bubbles. Our universe, Phil's universe, and if they touch, there's a big bang. So, you know, it's, who knows? The universe knows this. Will it end? Well, again, if you go by science, we're seemed, because of dark matter and, you know, Fred and Wilma, there's more stuff in the universe, and we're only got like 1% of knowledge on the concept, where things seem to be pushing away from itself, where there won't be enough stuff to sort of coalesce to make more stuff. But then these are theories too. It's not like written in stone. So, as far as will it end, I don't know. We'll see in a few billion years. And then I think it's India that has the culture where it's like, it'll expand, but it'll collapse, and it sort of pulsates. So it might end, but then be reborn. I like to watch a lot of documentaries on space, so that's where I get my information. Does it have a purpose? Does the universe have a purpose? I don't think I've ever heard that question quite framed that way before. I don't know. Does it have a purpose? How would one answer that? Does the universe have a purpose? Only the universe knows for sure. But then too, does anyone know their purpose? Nobody knows why they're here. It just sort of is. Very challenging question. To which I will not continue answering, because we will be here for the next 4 or 5 billion years. Again, you can only have, you know, ideas on like the tiniest little thing, like the Earth will not always be here, short of, you know, humanity screwing up. But then our sun, big bright shiny blue, you know, thingy in the sky, it's gonna go kablooey in about 5 billion years. So, you know, what can you do? So, that was my lecture on week 10. How did the universe begin? Will it end? And does it have a purpose? Be interesting to see what everybody else says about that. Thank you for watching. Do remember to comment, rate, share, and subscribe. And blessed be.